Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Medium by Design. This message I have been holding back, and it just popped up that I needed to share it. This is from Quan Yin. This is the first message I'm sharing publicly from Quan Yin. The first time Quan Yin came to me was at a meditation group, and I started crying. And I could have been crying so out of control from the power that I felt from this being. I used to go to this incredible meditation group that I had more visionary, spiritual, tangible experiences than I have in my entire life. And if any of you watching have been to that group, or were there when I was there, you know that a lot happened there. And it was just an incredible period. I can't talk about it enough. That what happened was there, and I was just beyond what I ever thought I was going to go through. And there was a lot of crying with the messages. Jesus was there often. Mother Mary was there often. Kuan Yin not as often. But the first time that I did meet her, and remember, I don't do a lot with deities, and I don't follow a lot of religion symbols or anything. So Kuan Yin at that time was still new to me. Now the other spiritual people I know, they know who she is. They know what she represents. But a lot of these experiences come to me because they really are new. And these other beings are wanting me to have an experience. So anyway, we're sitting there in the meditation, and Kuan Yin comes in. And if you ever see paintings or artwork of her, there's this one type of dress that she wears with this huge headpiece, and it's very formal and very dignified, and just. There's a reference with this being that I couldn't handle. So she comes up to me and she touched me. And not all spirit touches me, but she stood in front of me. I was sitting down. We were all sitting down, and keep in mind, we're all quiet. Nobody's making any noise, and I can't start verbalizing what I see. So she comes to me and she touches my forehead and she says something. I might as well share it with. I've been holding this back. I wasn't sure about sharing this, but I can't care. This is what happened. What am I going to do? So she touched me on the forehead and she said, "You will see God's truth." Okay, that was easy. No pain there. No, didn't get too excited. Then she touches my lips. And she says, "You will speak God's truth." And she's very authoritative and very forceful, And then she takes both hands and puts them on my throat. And she says, "You are God's truth." I lost it. I completely lost it. I was overwhelmed. I was not ready. Can't be ready for these things. This is what spirit does, right? They know you're ready, but you don't know. My personality, my ego side was like, holy shit. Okay. So then she walked around the room, and I'm watching her with my eyes closed. I can see her go around the room, and then she comes back, and I was like, oh my God, please don't touch me again. Because I get scared. I'll be honest with you. And I know a lot of you that have spiritual experiences, you do sometimes get scared at first because you don't know. You don't know if you're an old soul. You don't know that you probably know this being, and this being knows you, and you're supposed to be having this experience, right? So she comes back and she said something that I'm going to wait to share. And she just blew me away. She didn't say much, but her energy and the little bit that she said really, really got to me. So this message is about what we're going through now. This is about the COVID transition, and it's about misinformation and disinformation. She is so up on what's going on, I couldn't believe it. I did not know she was going to talk about all this stuff. So there's advice in here for me. There's advice for all of us. There's insight to what's happening. This message is it's just something else. So this happened, this message came about a year after that first experience, okay? Here's what she says. It is with great honor and pleasure that I come and share with you again, and in such a more comfortable situation than last year, because this was in my house, just sitting here. As you know, I wanted you to know and discern much more clearly the energies that would be presented in front of you so you can make a clear decision of how to proceed or not. This year is a whole new worldwide experience where many are having to do the same thing when it comes to the mass amounts of information being disseminated to the public. Those that have not opened their hearts to clear knowing will be relying on so-called facts. These facts may have glimmers of truth, but will never hold the entire picture to the many facets of reality literally being shifted in your world. These facts will be hard for some to digest, will have others having emotional upsets, breakdowns, and reactions that will seem out of sorts. No matter, it is up to each of you to get clear for yourselves and open your hearts to hear and know the truth. Even your fact checkers will be proven inaccurate. Then what? Who will you turn to? You see how fruitless it is to be looking outside for answers? The answers and knowing you need are all there inside you. Now, instead of staying in that lofty space that you hate, I will bring it down much more tangible. Everyone has experienced a feeling at some time that something is wrong. In a situation, with a person, during a family crisis, at a meeting at work, this is a very common experience. I wish to take that experience further and show you the power you have to not only know what energy is real, helpful, and for your betterment, but to know when it is time to walk out, walk away, and make a new choice. Isn't this what you each are going through right now, making new choices to change the trajectory of your lives? This slowdown and seemingly forced close down of the earth has such a powerful plan of moving humanity to the highest and best life ever imagined. For those that want to continue to live low, achieve little, and have the system take care of them, it will be quite underwhelming. For those that are open to the new ways, the immense creative flow that is pouring forth, you will be creating your lives in a very new way. Again, this is not lofty. You can already see both sides of the equation playing out. Those businesses that were already on a rocky road are closing doors. Those people who were inspired to do more are diving deep into their own creative juices and getting things going in new and often prosperous ways. You can easily see some are thriving during this period, some are suffering, some are dying. All levels of the spectrum of experience are happening faster and simultaneously. This is why when you, Salvatore, leave the house, you are experiencing waves of emotions. You are literally feeling the multiple realities and tapping right into those raw, unfiltered emotions. I don't know if I shared this on a video, but I was having a lot of trouble through COVID driving and feeling all kinds of stuff out in the world. It was very, very challenging to separate those energies. However, you will be quickly discovering you can decipher faster, let those waves by without having to feel into them and have a residual emotional reaction. Well, I'm still working on that, but it is getting better. You are simply practicing and perfecting the gift of reading energy. We told you this was an area that you needed more work on. This was an area that you needed more work on. And so it is. If you look back and break down the weeks now at 9 during this self-isolation period, you can see the transitions you went through. The first few weeks, you relished the solitude, quiet, and zero pressure existence. This you fell in love with. Then you had deeper waves of emotions to get through, emotions you did not even have an understanding of. Overriding all of this was the inspired need to keep writing. Then the need to put videos together. Then the need to post on YouTube. Can you see the completely natural order of your own growing creative drive? Yes, you can notice too that it was and remains coming in short bursts. No matter. Then energy is flowing, and all you need to do is pay attention to what is next and stay in that flow. Distraction remains very alive too, but we will not judge at this, as it does help keep your nervous system in check. As long as you discern who you are watching and listening to, do not fall victim to being exposed to anything. Pick and choose the highest and the best. Feel how you are inspired and your mind is kept on the highest track. Notice your heart reaction to each and every bit of information you expose yourself to. Now, this sounds very personal, and it is, because this is the stuff that I had to work on through the COVID transition. And it's true, the creativity for YouTube came through COVID. I wasn't on YouTube before COVID. So she's absolutely right, and she's very insightful to what's going on with many of us. Okay. As you have already surmised, there is much more going on than you can see or hear through normal channels. It is a time to go deeper, look and listen behind what is being presented. There is always so much more. This is what your friend has been so good at drilling into you. Yes, there is much you have learned and received from having loyal and close friends, and we know how weird for you that message was to not listen to others at this time. And what she's referring to is I had to drop away watching some other YouTubers that I really was into, and then I started discerning, oh, that's not really for me, that's not for the highest good of me, I don't need to listen to that. It's almost, it kind of overlaps the thing about the news. Like, I had stopped watching the news, I don't pay attention to that anymore. So there was a lot of things that fell away during the COVID transition. It was just, and even friendships and things just drifted away. Things just drifted away, they just dissolved, they just went away, and then I'm not part of them anymore. And this is what she's trying to get to here. And I'm sure, and again, if you guys are experiencing these things, put it in the comments, share with other people, start a dialogue with people. I try to read some of the comments. And if it really grabs me, I may even respond or share something else. So, however, you will be all the much clearer, bolder, and able to step out without any crutch or need to lean on anyone. It is about, this is about your personal power and standing up on your own. It is about standing fully in your own power and sure of what you need to be and share. This no one should have a say in. Yes, counsel with your soul and the many of us that are helping, but only to get you in more of the highest flow for you and to bring the best to others. So she's helping me clarify the content that I want to share with you guys, really, and what I want to put out to the world. Putting your best foot forward was never more important for you. Why? Because now eyes are starting to turn toward you. Your information, clarity, and connection are finally being looked at, listened to, and utilized to help individuals get clearer too. Do not shy away. Do not look for a bigger rock to hide under. Your hiding days are quickly fading. Enjoy the internet and technology at your fingertips. It makes connecting so much easier. And although you enjoy travel and large groups, and they will continue to be part of your future, the internet is where a lot of the magic will happen. Thank you for taking some time to connect with me, and know that I am always ready to be of counsel, share insights, and help clarify many of the unique and strange energies you might need to decipher. Now, okay, there's a lot in there. You may want to go back and re-listen to the stuff she says, the grander message here. And yes, a lot of this was from me, but I know if she's giving this to me, I know that there are many of you that can receive this. And that's why I share it. I held this for a while because this was back from last year, the first year of COVID during 2020. So, but it's still relevant. We're still working these things out now. And so it just came up today that I needed to share this. So I hope it touches you. I don't hope you have an experience like I did when I first met her. Like I said, I was very, very emotionally overwhelmed. I'm a little bit better now. It gets better. That's what they keep telling me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And again, you know what to do to be supportive. Just like, subscribe. I've got that PayPal button. If you feel this was worthy of a donation, that would be great. Thank you for the comments that you've made and for sharing your stories and things in the comment section. Again, I started adding in here that my email is below. If you want a reading, a session, if you want a personal writing, if you have a group idea in wherever you are, that would be great too. I know we're kind of backtracking this year, so groups might not be, I don't know what's going to happen because we're kind of taking 3 steps back this year. But I do appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate the support. Again, I didn't say this in every video, but I will mention the reason that I got on YouTube is directly from Jesus. He's the one that said it was time to do YouTube. And she's very aware, Quan Yin is aware of what I'm doing too. So this was not a haphazard thing, and there was a lot of hesitation and some fear, but I'm here now, so I'm going to continue on. And again, thank you for the supportive comments. That means a lot to me. So much that I don't even think you could know. A simple positive comment means a lot. So anyway, God bless, and I hope this means something. And feel free to look around my page and find other videos. You'll see that Kuan Yin overlaps some of the other videos that talk about our creativity, expanding, and manifesting more in the world. So that is part of this transition. So just keep in touch with your own soul and what needs to come up for you and what your next step might be in creativity. Anyway, thanks again. And remember, there is more to come on The Medium by Design.